Here's something really important and really special. The Tunnels to Towers Foundation works really hard to help military and first responders and their families as well. So joining us now to discuss their work is board member John LaBarbera. I hope I say it right. LaBarbera?
Very good. You say it better than me.
All right, LaBarbera, I got you. Welcome to the show. We're so happy. First of all, thank you for all that you do. This is so important and close to so many of our hearts. I want to start this interview, if you don't mind, by talking a little bit about Stephen Siller's story and how it inspired Tunnels to Towers.
Stephen was assigned to Squad 1 in Brooklyn on that fateful day. Stephen just got off duty to meet his brothers to play golf. He left the firehouse a little early. About a mile from the firehouse, he heard on the scanner that his company was responding to the World Trade Center, that a plane hit the Trade Center. Stephen turned his car around, went back to the firehouse, but at that time, Squad 1 already responded to the incident.
Wow.
That did not deter Stephen. Stephen went in the firehouse, got his gear and his tools, jumped in the car, went to the battery tunnel, where they told him no civilian cars. Again, that did not deter Stephen. He parked his car, he put his gear on, he took his tools. With 60 pounds of gear and tools, he ran through the tunnel to the towers, where he assisted in the greatest rescue on American soil.
God bless
He gave
him.
his life with 342 other firefighters, police officers, and EMTs.
We're both like,
just get chills.
I mean, you talk about true heroism. That's a hero. That's a real life hero.
He was off duty.
Yeah.
He was there for his brothers and sisters in the fire department and to help save those innocent lives.
That's right.
You know, you can't, words fail to describe the strength of character that takes.
No doubt about that.
Yeah. So tell us, what are some of the recent ventures that Tunnel to Towers is embarking upon?
Well, again, thanks for having me. Thanks for having the foundation. We see a picture of Frank. You know, for over 20 years, we've honored Stephen's legacy. And this year, our goal is going to be to pay off the mortgages of 1,000 fallen first responders and military. In 2022 alone, we paid off 200 mortgages of catastrophically injured service members, firefighters, police officers that were severely injured, and paying off the mortgages of our fallen first responders and our fallen military. The biggest bill, the biggest worry that we all have is a mortgage. And to get that off their plate and to get them concentrating on other things is something we're very proud of, and we're very grateful for the help and support of folks like yourself and the American public.
Well, you should be very proud. I mean, you know, we see the commercials, right? We hear about Tunnels for Towers, but to be able to have you here with us and to really break down what it really means, where it came from, what it's about, and what you're doing means so much to all of us. Because listen, this is, you know, sometimes they say, you know, with time, things, you know, dissipate, right? Time heals all wounds, but listen, it doesn't pay all bills, and time doesn't take away the losses, right? So over the years, you've really been able to expand and not only bring Tunnels to Towers to light, but also to expand what you're doing. So can you tell us a little bit about how that has changed over the years?
Yeah, we've got a couple of major changes, a couple of new announcements. One is to eradicate veterans' homelessness, which is spreading throughout the country. We have projects now, 2 in California, 1 in Phoenix, and we're looking for other areas where veterans homelessness is. And as of now, we have provided over 500 housing units for our homeless veterans. We're very, very proud of that. And again, it's the generosity of the American public. And one other new initiative that we're also extremely proud of, and we have just a wonderful, wonderful team. It's called the 9/11 Institute. And that's to educate and inform our future generations about 9/11. And we give out curriculum to schools that go from K to the 12th grade, and we do break it down from K to 3, from 3 to 6, and so on and so forth. And we feel it's not being taught to the schools nationwide, and that's a very big initiative of ours.
Good.
We have a marvelous team, and we have a lot of support that goes with the curriculum. We have books. We have speakers. You know, we send 9/11 firefighters. We send Gold Star families to talk about what happened on that fateful day, and it cannot be forgotten. And the foundation, the Silla Foundation, is going to make sure that never does.
Wow, I love hearing that. I think that's so important.
Well, and you know, we were just talking before the show. I love the Tunnel to Towers run. I've actually run the course for several years.
That's incredible, isn't it? I love
and
that.
I have to say, as someone, I'm not an athlete. You know, I after I had my children, I started going to the gym to run. And I would say, "Does anybody want to go for a run?" And I'll be honest with you, nobody likes to run in my family. So it was my only time to get alone. It was like, okay, great. I get my time alone. So I started running. And every year, my goal is to be, you know, strong enough to run the Tunnel to Towers.
I love
And
that.
there is nothing more moving than when you come out of the tunnel and you see the NYPD, FDNY lined up out of the tunnel on the Manhattan side with banners of these fallen FDNY members and NYPD members, big banners. They're in their uniforms. And they're high-fiving you as one of the runners, and you're going through this, and it's so humbling because it's like all I did was sign up and put a bib on my shirt, and sometimes I have to take a break from the running because you're tired and you're walking. And they're thanking me for not forgetting the sacrifices, and it's such a moving event just for, you know, someone, a casual jogger runner, and knowing that the positive impact that happens. I mean, it's one of those things that everyone can do. You can walk it. You don't have to run it. And
it's a run, walk.
Yep, that's right.
Right.
That's right. And the huge party once you get through the finish line, you know, and there are members of the military, members are first responders. It's absolutely, it's a life-changing annual event for me.
As you continue along West Street,
Mhm.
you pass all the banners of the fellows of the first responders. There are over 3,000 photos
Yep.
of our veterans who gave their lives.
Oh,
So from coming out of that tunnel and seeing our fallen first responders, and across the street, West Point holding the American flags.
Yes.
And get down West Street, the fallen veterans and how young they are, and the sacrifice they made in their families.
absolutely. You know, and going to the World Trade Center and the memorial, you know, you really do. I recently went just because sometimes you just need to get grounded and realize your appreciation for those out there who lost their lives doing what they did for all of us. And, you know, you think about that and you think how precious life is and how precious the heroism of New Yorkers are, right? So every time you see that memorial, you see people from all over the world honoring those fallen heroes. And so I'm so glad for all that you're doing, for all that you did. I would love to participate in something like that. And I know so many of our viewers would.
Absolutely.
How
and
can
it's
people,
easy.
Yeah. How can people find out more and help out?
Sure. If I could just say one other thing.
Sure.
We just recently paid off the mortgages of 9 New York City fallen first responders.
Wow.
First responders area. We are now a nationwide foundation, but we're very proud of the work that we do right here. I would encourage each and every one of you to go to T.org and contribute $11 a month to our programs, where 95.1 cents on the dollar goes to the program, where we have over the last 7 years a 4-star rating from Charity Navigator.
Wow.
And the race is not just a race, it's a run, walk, and it's the greatest experience you'll ever see.
Yeah.
It's the last Sunday in September of 2023. Go to t2t.org.
Fabulous. My goodness. What
Yeah.
a treat, John. Thank you
Thank you so much for coming and talking with us and sharing your the information about Tunnel to Towers. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. I'll pass that along to all of us at the foundation. Thank you.
Oh, we appreciate you. Thank you. God bless all
God
of
bless.
you.